There are some myths about dogs that are just plain wrong. Like, for example, when a dog licks you, it's like kissing you. 1 human year is equivalent to 7 dog years, and only male dogs lift their leg up for spraying their business. I will tell you the truth about those myths, but first I will start with one of the biggest dog misconceptions. If your dog wags its tail, it means it is happy. Yes, it can mean they are happy, but it can also be a sign of many other moods. Slow and low swiping can mean they feel insecure, while high and fast swiping can mean they feel aggressive. Even the direction their tail wags can be a sign of their mood. One study found that when they flick their tails more to the right, they feel good about something, but if they move it further to the left, they feel uncomfortable. And here's another dog behavior myth. Dogs eat grass. Dogs eat grass when they are sick. When they are sick, they may eat grass because they are bored or anxious, just as people get heartburn when they are bored or anxious. One study found that only 22% of dogs that eat grass regularly vomit afterward, and only 8% of dogs showed signs of illness before eating grass. However, if they are voraciously eating grass or eating it constantly, you may want to take them to the vet and have them checked out. Grass is usually harmless to dogs, but not everything they try to eat is harmless. Many people think that if it's good for us humans to eat, then it's good for us and our dog to eat, but that's not always true. There are some strange foods that are perfectly safe for us, but dangerous for our dogs. Foods like chocolate, grapes, macadamia nuts, raisins, and onions, to name a few. Your vet can help you find out what they can and can't eat and help you create a plan to keep them healthy. Now, this is a dog myth that almost everyone believes is true. 1 human year equals 7 dog years. It probably started with people saying that humans live about 70 years and dogs about 10 years. But this is quite inaccurate. Small dogs can often live up to 15 years, while some larger breeds can only live up to 8 years. And then the fact that dogs mature faster than humans. A dog's first year of life is about 15 human years. After that, 1 year of your dog's life in your life equals about 5 years for a human. Many people think that only male dogs try the good old humping, but female dogs can be just as guilty. Here's why. Trying to hump is not always a sexual thing. This could be a sign of social dominance, or the furry friend is simply too enthusiastic and unable to express himself otherwise. But that's not the only thing people think is just for boys. Many people think that only male dogs raise their legs to pee and mark their territory, for others to smell. But just like the boys, the girls can also take part in this. They can lift their legs to show when they are hot, or they may simply tell other dogs that this is their territory. Size can also have an effect, as smaller females lift their legs more than larger females. But whether you have a male or a female dog, this next false fact applies to every puppy, and it is that dogs need to chew on bones. Many dogs enjoy chewing, and chewing has many benefits, such as helping them relax and also cleaning their teeth. But giving a dog real bones can cause a serious accident. They can split and cut your dog's mouth, throat, or stomach. Or if you cook them, they can fall apart and cause your dog to choke or get stuck. Of course, if you don't give your dog something to chew on, he'll find something on his own. Something you probably don't want him to chew on, like your shoes. Instead of leaving the door open for my dog to chew on whatever he wants, I like to give him nylon toys. And when it comes to your dog's external health, that is another thing many people do wrong. Many dog owners think they should shave their dogs in the summer, but this can be problematic for a number of reasons. First, when you shave them, you remove their natural protection against sunburn and insect bites, and even worse, if your dog has a double coat, I'm talking to you shepherd and retriever owners, you are depriving them of their natural ability to regulate their temperature so they can really overheat. If you are thinking about having your puppy cut, talk to your vet and see what is best for your dog. There is another mistake people make that hurts their dog, but first let's talk about a myth that might make you think about the next toy you buy for your dog, and that is the myth that dogs are colorblind. Dogs see colors. It's just that they don't distinguish colors as well as humans. To your dog, red is just dark. A sort of brownish gray or black and yellow, orange, and green all appear yellowish, but they can see blue very well. So the next time you pick up a can of tennis balls, you might want to consider getting blue balls instead of green, so they stand out better against the green grass. Now, dog seeing color is a harmless enough myth that you don't need to know. But this next myth can damage your relationship with your dog if you don't know it's wrong. You must be the leader of the herd. We all know that wolves have an alpha wolf, who is the dominant leader. And since dogs are descendants of wolves, you have to be the leader of the pack or your dog will try to replace you. But I have news for you. Wolf experts like Dr. David Meach changed his mind about the idea of wolves competing with the dominant alpha wolf. Today, researchers say that wolves are more of a family led by an elder than a rival dictatorship, as everyone once thought. Okay, so what does all this mean for you as a dog parent? This means you don't have to control them and never let them walk in front of you. These decisions should be made based on what you want your dog to do, not out of fear that he will think he is the alpha of your household. And when it comes to the concept of aggressive alpha dogs, this is another myth. Pulling makes your dog aggressive, and letting them win at the pull will make them think they dominate you. This is simply not true. And actually playing with a dog can help build a relationship with it. You can have fun and exercise together. Both will strengthen your bond. In addition, you can teach many different commands. Your dog can learn to like it. They'll learn that retrieving toys can be fun, and you can even mix up different commands and tricks between fetch sessions. But this is not the only myth about dog games. Here are the final myths. All dogs love to play fetch. It's a bit like saying that all children like sweets. Sure, many of them do, but not all. So if fetch isn't your pup's favorite, don't worry. They are not broken. Just see what activities they like and do them with them. And speaking of fetch, here's another myth that might surprise you. A tired dog is a good dog. Let me ask you this. Is a tired child a good child? My nephew just turned 2, and by the end of his birthday, he was definitely tired, but he definitely wasn't feeling well. So if you physically take the puppy out, it may also collapse and start zooming or biting you uncontrollably. Instead of tiring your dog out, give him the right combination of physical and mental exercise. The following myths have a lot more at stake than just whether or not your dog is tired. The first is that their mouths are cleaner than human mouths. Okay, here's the truth. They might not be cleaner. Each of us has billions of bacteria in our mouths, but they carry different bacteria than we do, and most of the bacteria they carry doesn't harm us, which is probably where this myth started. And here is a big mistake that can harm your dog. If your puppy has a potty accident in the house, rubbing his nose will help prevent future accidents. Well, that is not true, because they are not taught where to go. All you teach them is to fear you. If your puppy has an accident, it is best to clean it with an enzyme cleaner to prevent it from re-entering that area. Then take them outside, show them where to go, and praise them for going to the right place. They value your patience with them so much that they can kiss you. Which brings us to the second to last myth. When dogs lick you, it's their version of kissing you. I hate to break it to you, but if a puppy licks your face, they might force you to throw their food out so they can eat it. Well, that's what wild wolves, foxes, and coyote cubs do with their mother when she returns from hunting. So take it as a compliment. It's like them, and think of yourself as a mother. But that's not the only reason why dogs lick you. I know it is hard to hear, but it is true. Dogs like salt and smelly things, so if you sweat, they might try to lick your sweat, which makes sense in a slightly offensive way, because my dog licks me a lot more than my wife. Your dog may also lick you to remove food scraps from your hands or face in preparation for you. Or, as we all want to believe, he may be trying to show you affection. Licking is a way of expressing that they love you. And the most important tip of the video is that any dog needs as much love as you can give them. If you have any more interesting things about dogs that people might like to know, write a comment down below to let us know, and so more people can see it. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Don't forget to give your furry friend a big hug and kiss next time you see them.